What up, everybody? It's your boy JD, aka SnazzyJazzyJay. You already know what it is. So yesterday we got the second official trailer for Avengers Infinity War, and let me tell you, it looks amazing. This movie is gonna be so good. Usually I try not to get too hyped up over a movie before I see it, but with this many heroes, how long we've been building up to Thanos' arrival, and just how amazing these trailers have looked, I can't help but be hyped up. There's zero doubt in my mind this movie will disappoint me. I already posted the trailer in full in my last video, so if you want to see the full thing, go there. With this video, I'm going to take you through the trailer picture by picture and break down what's going on and give you some Easter eggs. Hope you enjoy. The trailer starts off with Gamora talking about Thanos. As we get shots of New York City in the background, we see Bruce Banner, Black Widow, and Rhodey, aka War Machine, standing all together. Last time we saw the War Machine was in Civil War, where he was partly paralyzed from the incident at the airport when Vision tried to shoot the Falcon out of the sky but made Rhodey free fall to the ground. So it's good to see him walking again and suited up with the War Machine armor. And it looks like after the events of Ragnarok that Bruce landed back on Earth, and he isn't stuck as the Green Monster as he was afraid would happen towards the end of Ragnarok. He's reunited with Black Widow. As we all know, they got a little love connection going on. Next, we see the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York City, where Doctor Strange resides and protects, as previously seen in his solo movie. Gamora is explaining that Thanos has only ever had one goal, which is to wipe out half the universe, as we see him putting the Space Stone in the Infinity Gauntlet. She says if he gets all of them, he will be able to do it with the snap of his fingers. And for those of you who don't know already, Gamora is actually the adopted daughter of Thanos, along with her sister Nebula. That's why she knows so much about the Mad Titan personally. But they had a very bad relationship with the abusive Thanos, so now they are against him. Apparently Gamora is telling Tony about the Mad Titan and all he can do, and he says, "Tell me his name again," and she says, "Thanos," and we get a look at the Mad Titan. Next we see Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, hanging off the side of his school bus after his Spidey sense goes off because of the huge alien ship. We see him and Iron Man start to chase after the mysterious ship, and Tony says that they have one advantage, in that Thanos is coming to them. And Iron Man's legs come together to form one single thruster, which we haven't seen before. I think it looks pretty dope. Just wanted to point that out. The Avengers know that Thanos is after the Infinity Stones, one of which is the Time Stone, aka the Eye of Agamotto, around Doctor Strange's neck. So that's one. Also, we know where the Mind Stone is, which is planted in the middle of the Vision's forehead, and we see him with Scarlet Witch in Wakanda because they have formed a connection within the last few movies. Next, we see Steve Rogers, Black Widow, the Falcon, Rhodey, and Bruce Banner all meeting with T'Challa, aka the Black Panther, in Wakanda. And we see T'Challa's little sister looking at a holographic image of what looks to be an Infinity Stone, perhaps the Soul Stone, which is still unknown, but I believe it's in Wakanda. That's why so much of the movie takes place in Wakanda, and there's a big war going on there. That would make the most sense that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda. Next, we get to see the fan favorites Guardians of the Galaxy walking out of their ship. And we see Star-Lord talking to Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Drax telling Tony that his plan sucks. It's awesome seeing all these characters finally interact with each other. And like I said, there must be an Infinity Stone in Wakanda because the next few clips is everybody in Wakanda getting ready to beef. We see the Falcon and War Machine flying overhead, Captain America and Black Panther riding a ship together, and we see Black Widow with the Winter Soldier with the brand new arm courtesy of T'Challa's sister getting ready for war. Probably my favorite part is seeing the Hulkbuster armor back in action. We haven't seen it since the Hulk vs. Iron Man fight in Age of Ultron. Next, the trailer takes us away from the action in Wakanda and brings us to Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and Baby Groot in outer space. It looks like they're away from the others, probably completing their own mission, perhaps getting another stone somewhere else. We see that same ship that Iron Man and Peter were after earlier crash into a building, and we see Thanos standing in front of wreckage on a planet that he undoubtedly caused. Turns out this is a flashback because we see the hand of a younger Gamora holding on to Thanos, and we see them walking past soldiers that he probably took over their planet and is forcing them to serve him. Afterwards, we see Thor screaming in pain as Thanos crushes his skull with his hand, while it seems his brother Loki looks upon with the Black Order, which is Thanos' team of followers. If you remember in Ragnarok, as Asgard was exploding, Loki grabbed the Tesseract, and it looks like he handed it over to Thanos and gave him the Space Stone. Classic Loki, huh? Then the trailer brings us back to Wakanda once again, where we see the Winter Soldier getting loaded up, we see Steve Rogers with his new shield, and we see T'Challa leading his people into battle. We see the Hulkbuster again and what looks like a giant force field around the Wakandans, probably trying to slow down Thanos' army. All this while Thanos is speaking in the background about how the universe will be perfectly balanced once he's done with it. We see Doctor Strange use his magic to help give Star-Lord something to run across while it looks like they are engaging in a fight of their own on another planet. But right after, we see Doctor Strange with what looks like a bunch of needles sticking out of him screaming while Ebony Maw from the Black Order says shh. Looks rough for Doctor Strange at the moment. Actually, it looks rough for everyone in the last few scenes of the trailer. We see the Hulkbuster armor, which I actually believe the Hulk is in it himself, get overrun by Thanos' army. We see Iron Man trying to take on Thanos, and Thanos says, "You hope they remember you," and he jumps at Tony. And lastly, we see Captain America being overpowered by Thanos. It is rumored that some of our favorite Avengers are gonna die, and by the look of it, it seems very true. And that's it for the trailer. I just wanted to take you through scene by scene so you have a better idea of what's going on throughout it. This movie is going to be great. It's coming out on April 27th. Don't miss it. It's your boy JD, aka SnazzyJazzyJay. Thanks for watching.